I still make it now. I still eat it now. And Eamon, it's delicious. It really, really is. Right. So here I got... Now, these are an old pie tins. I'll just show you these. Look, just checking on there. And she kept hers. And she would throw nothing away. I once bought my fillet steak years ago to say thank you. And I said to Grandma, how did you get on the fillet steak? She said, oh, well, we boiled it up with a few onions for a couple of hours and it was delicious. that's how they live. But there we are. So all it was pastry. And in here, I've got potatoes that I just boiled. You can leave the skins on, like she used to. And you just pop these boiled potatoes into the pastry.
I suppose a lot of it was anything to fill you up, wasn't it? They had so little.
I mean, we'll talk about this pie in a minute, but they were very, very clever, and they used words very, very well to try and sell it. This is just onion.
So you've, what, fried it?
Just sautéed it in a little bit of butter. Bear in mind, 50 grams a week, that's all they had. Yeah. So a little bit of onion goes on, and of course, salt and pepper. It's very, very simple. Salt and pepper, like so, and then a little bit of butter again.
I was going to say, is there any liquid?
Tiny. Sorry, I'm going to lean over you, Ruth. And she would just put in a couple of teaspoons of butter. That's all you could really afford. In it went, more potatoes, layer it up and put the lid on.
So it's a layer, OK.
Yeah. And then you layer that, and there's no egg, because you couldn't afford an egg, so she would milk or butter the edge. She would then, sorry, not butter, water the edge. Lid goes on, and that was just milk cooked. And then once you've cooked it, it ended up like this little one here. See that? And I distinctly remember her giving it to me to take back. We'll have a little taste in a minute, but I want to bring you on to this one.
It's a nice picnic thing now,
because
you could have that cold, or warmish, or cold. Yeah.
And my mum used to do a version where you put leeks into it and a bit of sausage meat as we got a bit older. It's delicious. Now, this is Walton pie. Now, this came from a guy called Frederick Marquis. Now, he was the first Earl of Walton. Here you are. There he is. And he was taken on by the government to get people to understand about growing vegetables, but to make things inventive meals out of basically vegetables and hardly anything. He also took on the head chef at the Savoy at that time to give him a hand, and he became a sir at the end of it. But all he did was, this is one of his pies, and here we have cauliflower, carrots, parsnips, we even had cooked with a bit of oatmeal. Now, oatmeal was available, but it also gave carbohydrate, so it had a bit of energy. And he boiled that in a bit of stock, and then mashed potatoes on top, no butter, just milk, baked in the oven, and it looked like this little one down here. There you are. OK. Look at that one there. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is get you a little taste of this one here. And it just really is potatoes and vegetables.
Vegetables, nice.
But in actual fact, it tastes quite nice. Put that on there. I know Amy's a potato fiend. So let's take that away. So
very little salt, very little sugar, all those things now that we're all having far too much of.
You might have had a little bit of rabbit in there, possibly. He even got kids to eat carrots on sticks like ice lollies because he was trying to sell it to them. Very clever man.
But I very love
frugal.
root vegetables, all that mixture together. There was flavours, parsnip, carrot.
Cooked in a bit of stock. It's OK.
Oh, it's lovely.
Well, it's not lovely, darling.
It is. I love that.
You'd be eating it in times of hardship, and it's like there's an emptiness to it. There's a lack of. You know, it's wholesome.
Yep.
But you wouldn't say yum yum.
Imagine eating it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd probably get a bit fed up.
I'd do that now and have a nice pork chop with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Amy, here's one for you. Now, this was eggless mayonnaise. Eggless mayonnaise. Have a little taste.
It's a bit lumpy.
Have a little taste, and I'll tell you what it is. And while you're tasting that, I'm going to turn out my pie for you.
I'm a bit suspicious of this.
What do you mean, eggless mayonnaise?
It's potato.
It's potato.
It's potato, isn't it?
What it is potato, mustard powder, vinegar.
Ah.
And then they beat a bit of the stock could be had here into it, but also vegetable oil.
That's nice.
And make a dip.
So if you go to France now, that's a rouille, basically, which you serve with mussels and all sorts of bouillabaisse and that sort of stuff.
The mustard comes through quite nicely on that.
He was very clever. Now, going back to this bit here. So here's the pie that we cooked earlier. Now, let it rest for a bit. But I just wanted to show you, I still love this now. And this would be the cabbage. Now, look at that.
Yeah.
Now, Eamon, go on.
Do you have any sauce? You wouldn't have had that.
No sauce.
And it is still actually really quite tasty enough. And the pastry's very nice. While you're tasting that, can I just also say, I've got a little note here, say hello to Jean and all the other ladies at Chipping Norton.
Oh,
to say,
Granny's pie's lovely.
You're watching and good on you. So there we are.
Oh, now see, the onion in that is delicious.
Yeah. That is nice,
You just grave the onion. It's lovely.
No, but I love... It's really very carb-heavy, but lovely.
Heavy. But in those days, no central heating, you know, no cars, they couldn't, the war effort
You'd have been burning it off.
And bear in mind, rationing went on for a long time after the war.
Yes,
So my mum was having, there we are.